Okay. Hello. Get some smudgies. Here we go. Smoking. Okay. So we left off with Morgan on the boat. Now, there seems to be, I think, oh, by the way, for your entertainment, everything's alleged. There's no facts in this video. Okay? And my interpretations. Hey, got changed. Lynn, Joy, Mary. Notification. Okay, so much love to you too. So let's get on. We back on the island now, back on the boat. Let's see. Now they're saying that the Horn Island is eight or 10 miles off the coast, okay? And if you're riding on boat, it says depending on the speed and the current, I guess, will depend on how quick you get there, because it takes about 30 minutes, more or less, okay, give or take, depending on the motion in the ocean. So, people, okay, on Wyatt. It's Wyatt's boat. Let's see what it comes up. Now they won't say the owner of the boat. However, it says the boat by Wyatt. I don't know how old Wyatt is. Jerry Atkerson. Oh. These are the people. Where Will come from? All these names. And Bart. And then they have some other unidentified associates, individual witnesses referenced in social media breakdowns and logs, such as Katie McCormick was on the boat. See? We got Will Parker. We haven't done Will. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Will Parker. Let's get off with the Will Parker, because see what what's going on is what I'm starting to see, especially as I read each individual, is I get the intuition that some of these people are just that, witnesses, okay? Well, you're more than a witness when you witness a fight and the boy dies and y'all leave him. Ooh, what if he didn't get killed on the boat? What if he didn't die on the boat? These are the people that was on the boat. But what if he didn't get killed on the boat? What if he didn't die on the boat? Ooh. But anyway, we're going to go, Will. Okay, we got you, Will. Come to the front. Give us the energy on Will Parker and the boat. Wyatt Warren's boat, whoever's boat on the boat, Wyatt's boat. Give us that energy of Will Parker. But as I go through the reads on the individuals, I get a sense that some of them had something to do with the fight. Okay, they were involved with the fight. Okay. What's that energy? That's true, but the thing about it is, we're associating the fact that he was found on the island that he washed up on shore, okay? He was not found in the water. He was found on the shoreline, okay? In the sand. He wasn't found in water. So because we don't have the lungs and even the throat to represent if he drowned or not, or if there was some water, he was in the water, you can't say they threw him in the water. Because that's the impression I keep getting too, that they threw him in the water because they were in the boat. And I'm just putting the two together. You know what I'm saying? But he was found on land. Now, he could have washed up on shore, which they're saying is highly unusual to be found in the same place you drowned or you fell overboard. Okay? That's what is adding to the suspicion. So he may have been left on the island, okay, or placed on the island. He may not have even been in the water before or after death, okay? Whew. I might have to take a muscle relaxer, but I don't want to take a muscle relaxer. I better take a muscle relaxer. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh, because my muscles want to act up. It's getting raw. And the reason why I'm hesitant to take this stuff is because I don't like being hung over the next day. That's why I like taking some of these sleeping pills, okay? And you're hung over. Okay. So with that said, we're doing Will. Will Parker. Let me make sure I got that name right. Oh, yeah, Will Parker. Oh, okay. So, sorry to go off tangent because I want to discuss Nolan as that's more important than, but real quick, what happened with Roland Martin? Was it 3 or 4 fingers? Any updates? We need Roland Martin. Who is that? I know they got Roland Martin on the comedian. Oh wait, no, Roland Martin. He was I don't know, but I don't know if we're talking about the same Roland Martin. Oh, and you talking about fingers? There was more than 8 people who have been through that boat. I don't know who was on the boat. At the time it was told, I think it was about 7 or 8 people. But there had been more people on that boat. Hey, Angel. The real power in his name. There is power in his name. Okay. Pink Mystic, Mary, got changed. Well, that's what we talk. Okay. Oh, they're going to go away, you guys. They're going to go away. No, they've identified more people on that boat. And then there's more people, okay, that they say, oh, are being identified through social media. Okay. So let's keep going with Will Parker. What's that energy with Will Parker and the boat, Wyatt's boat, Warren's boat? And thank you for your answers. Okay. Hey, Angel. Oh, I'm going to feel better soon because I took my muscle relaxers. Okay, it's already starting to work. See? There we go. I feel that muscle cramp melting. Melting! Yes. Okay. The double in reverse. This is freedom, recovery. Avoiding change. Old habits. What is this? The devil? Or yeah, this is the devil. Oh no, this is death. We're talking about the devil. The devil is overcoming addiction, freedom, independence, and taking control. Okay. Tell us more. The Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, he got some young, immature. And the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Why these folks keep getting the Ten of Pentacles in reverse? They got these children got issues. It's a whole boatload of baby kids. Okay. And the Five of Wands in reverse. So he's trying to avoid the fight. Will. Yeah, so he's trying to avoid real quick. Okay. And the Four of Swords in reverse. Oh. Okay. So something about the death. Okay. I have to turn that off. To help my cramp because it's blowing on this side. And that could be why I'm cramping on that side. Muscle spasms. Okay. And the Five of Cups, regret, loss, and despair. I think there was more people, more witnesses than are being named. Ooh, why am I having this cramp? I need to go lay my butt down somewhere, but it's still gonna cramp. Why this cramp? In the Knight of Swords. Impatience, loss of focus, and unpredictable. Okay. The Sun in reverse. Depression. The Five of Swords in reverse. So he's avoiding argument and he's avoiding a fight in the death. Oh, wait a minute. It's showing. It's also talking about deceit. And regret. And we have regret over here. Despair. Okay. And deceit. So he's deceiving too. And we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Regret. We got regret right next to regret. Ooh, wee. Now the regret, the thing about the regret is there could be all kind of regrets around this death. Oh, by the way, for your entertainment, everything's alleged. There's no facts, okay, in this, not even truth, because the case hasn't been solved. In this video whatsoever, my interpretation of the cards that I am reading, my own cards. And we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This Queen of Pentacles, okay, and the Queen of Wands. Queen of Pentacles talks, that's the first time overindulgence came up in this boy's read. Okay. And the Page of Cups. So, and it's got him as being young too. And drinking. And the Page of Wands in reverse. And the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles represents a landowner. Okay? A landowner, usually. Or it could be a parent, the police. It's somebody in a leadership role, but it normally represents somebody who owns land or business. Okay? You know, finances, dealing with money and all that stuff. So that's logical. And the Six of Swords. He's on the boat. He was on the boat. But I'm noticing that the boat, I'm thinking you guys can see. I'm noticing the boat is down here. This represents an earlier time. So he wasn't on the boat. Interesting. When the fight broke out, and the fight may not have broken out on the boat. Oh, okay. And strength and protection. That's going to be our next question. The Empress in reverse. Domestic issues. A hidden agenda. That's the Okay, that's the wrong feminine. Domestic insecurity and domestic issues. And the Hierophant in reverse. Yep. Wasn't nothing but a boat full of baby kids. Okay? And the Eight of Cups in reverse. So he's got regret all up and through his read. The Lovers in reverse. Bad choices, bad relationships, separation. And the King of Swords in reverse. Oh, yeah. See, these folks are lying. They're not. And the Queen of Swords. Yeah. And the Three of Wands in reverse. That's why you're getting the delays, because they're not being truthful. That's why the case is taking longer than it would normally take. Okay? It's because of the lying and the deceit at the 4th of July event. This is an event. Okay? So he's not being truthful either, because I'm pretty sure they questioned him. Okay? So with that said, I want to ask a question. Okay? An honest question. Where did Nolan pass away? Did he pass away on the boat, in the water, or on land? Where did Nolan pass away? Mm-hmm. Right, showing off. They got a boat and all this kind of stuff. You know, young kids, they're no different from teenagers will be teenagers. Okay, so where did Nolan actually pass away? Okay, can you tell us? And thank you for your answers. We know where he was found. We know the rumors and the lies that were told about him not getting on the boat and them not knowing where he's at. Okay, fine. But where did he pass away? Let's see if we can get some answers. What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Where did Nolan Wells pass away on the 4th of July? The world talks about a completion, full circle, accomplishment, fulfillment, and wholeness. Okay, tell us more. The Knight of Wands in reverse. Setbacks, arrogance, and recklessness. Okay. Partnerships. Reckless partnerships. The Four of Cups in reverse. Acceptance. The Eight of Cups in reverse. and then regret. Avoidance. And the Six of Pentacles in reverse. The Devil in reverse. Taking control. Something was taken. There was regret, okay? But there was an acceptance, a clarity, okay? Girl, don't come, don't you start that. I didn't give you your treat. You should be happy. And the Knight of Cups. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is a false sense of security, okay? And the lack of teamwork. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And the Seven of Wands in reverse. So this is losses, surrender, and exhaustion, okay? And the King of Swords in reverse. So the truth has been turned upside down in clarity. What is this? Confusion, manipulation with the King. And the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Overindulgence, financial loss, and manipulation. So we got manipulation and manipulation. And nightmares. And the Five of Cups, loss and despair. And the Two of Pentacles. And the Hierophant. Okay. Balances and partnerships. Here we have rebellion. And the Five of Wands in reverse. And avoidance. And the Four of Wands. Okay, so when they got home, They act like everything was all right at home. Okay. And the Six of Wands in reverse talks about incomplete and a failure. Seven of Swords, they lied. Okay? See, when they got home, they lied. And the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And death. Okay, so they lied. When they got home, they lied. They lied about abandoning him, and they lied about his death. They lied. And the Queen of Swords, there you go, another lie. Queen of Swords in reverse. Feeling trapped, disappointments, yeah. And the Ace of Pentacles. Talks about a new opportunity. It's not saying anything about his death. And the Chariot. Movement, change. And the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And the High Priestess in reverse. And the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody, I don't know who it is come forth with a message, okay, revealing secrets. Maybe not all of them, but some of them. And the Empress, okay, that talks about domestic issues, and this talks about family conflict. And the Four of Pentacles, they trying to hold on. They holding on to something, okay, probably the money, but it's not showing me or telling me where Nolan passed away. Let me see. I want to ask, where's the place? And I want to go in with this, with the Kipper. Here we go with the place. Okay. We're going to pull 3 cards. Okay, we're going to ask the same question. We're going to pull 3 cards. And the location. Can you tell us the location if Nolan Wells passed away in the water, on the boat, or on land? What do you want us to know? Where did Nolan pass away? Or even in a house, okay? Can you give us the place? 3 cards, 3 cards. 3 cards. Tell us the place where Nolan passed away. do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Okay. This right here talks about a temple, a spiritual where they practice spiritual meditation and reflection and spiritual guidance. Okay. A temple. Okay. And it's interesting because church comes up. Okay. A spiritual sanctuary, sacred architecture. Interesting. And then concert. A live performance. You know they do live performances at church, even in the temple, and a music celebration. Okay. That's interesting. That comes up. Okay. But what I will tell you, and I'm pretty sure you can see for yourselves, that it doesn't say anything about water. Okay. As far as his death, or even being around water. Okay. So now let's ask, I want to ask the Kipper. I don't know why I want to ask the Kipper, but we're going to ask, okay. What is going on in the death of Nolan Wells? Okay. What's going on in this young gentleman's death out there in Mississippi? He may not even been on Horn Island. He may have been placed on Horn Island. Okay. So what can you tell us? What is going on in the death of Nolan Wells? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Just to see what the Kipper's going to say. I can't underestimate my tarot cards because you'd be surprised what they come up with. Okay. A privileged lady. A privileged lady. And an expectation. So it was an expectation either of a privileged lady or she was expecting. Let's keep going. Bad health. Interesting. Now, bad health usually means not real bad health, okay? Like a cold or something like that. Something you're going to recover from. And despair. Interesting. Adjudication. The coffin. And the courthouse. Okay. So it looks like she's going to be going to court in marriage. Oh, really? Oh, really? A mature man. This mature man, an older gentleman, is not in the best of health. And an official person Could be a doctor. And a message of concern. Interesting. This is interesting. This is making it look like an organ transplant and a mature woman. And high honor. And a wealthy man. Ooh. Now this is getting scary. Distant horizons. And a message. And a thief. And the thief stole the organs. Interesting. And the courtship. The plan. Now, as far-fetched as this seems, the possibility he wasn't in the water. Y'all got to remember, he was not found in the water. He was found on the beach. He was not found on the water. Y'all got to stop saying that. I got to stop thinking that. He was not found in the water. The boy was found face down on the beach. They don't even know if he could have washed up on shore or he could have been placed there. But the fact that they don't even have his lungs, okay, they don't even know if the boy was in water. And it was only 2 days after he went missing. You see what I'm saying? I must stress that, okay? They don't know. When they saw that boy, they spotted him because he was on the beach. By the shore. Right. That's what and the thing about it is hard because he was on the island, everybody in the water, okay, everybody playing around. But this boy, okay, may have been the likelihood of him being placed on the beach goes up for the simple fact that if he fell off the boat or they tossed him over, he's not going to come up in the same place he was at. Okay? Right. There you go. He may never have been in the water. They refusing. They're not taking a polygraph. They lawyered up. The Cajun Navy says they spotted him, right, because he took a picture. They weren't down close. He said they were up from above, and he took a picture. He said, I don't know why I snapped the picture. I snapped the picture from above. Okay. And the boy was on the beach, face down. Maybe the water flowed up, okay, and covered him and went back down. You know, the ebb and flow of the water. Doesn't mean he was in water. Hey, Goddess. Hey, R. James. I want to say Rick James so bad, okay? When they're not being watched, okay? But the boy was missing for 2 days. What was going on between those 2 days? Okay. Can you tell us? Let me go. I gotta. I want to ask, where Nolan was the 2 days he disappeared for 2 days. Where was he? I may not get the answer, okay? I may do get the answer. Who knows? Okay? But can you tell us, where was Nolan Wells for the 2 days he was missing? Where was Nolan? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answer. Where was Nolan the 2 days he was missing? Where was he? What do you want us to know? What can you tell us? And thank you so much for your answers. Where was Nolan? Says the Page of Cups in reverse. Okay. The Page of Cups in reverse represents it represents childishness, okay? Insecurity. That's not really telling us too much. Let me see. Page of Cups in reverse. Okay. This is also telling us that he may not want us to know. Let's see. Tell us more. The Four of Pentacles. Okay. So this is something, it's like information that they're holding on to. And the Page of Swords. There's Chatty Patty. bringing forth the message, communication, knowledge. So this is something, it's like knowledge. They know, they hold on to it. And the magician, manipulation, temperance, overindulgence, imbalance. Okay, so this talks about impatience, overindulgence, okay, and right, a lack of balance. So it's funny that I get this card, okay, because the energy may not can even tell us because they were too drunk or too doped up. And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Laziness, stagnation, and selfishness. But it's interesting because I will take stagnation, which means there was no movement. The Six of Cups, not being able to let go of the past. It also talks about forgiveness. And the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. That comes up a lot too. And the King of Cups in reverse. Somebody's insecure, they're on the defense, and they're also frustrated. And the Emperor in reverse. Controlling. Loss of power. Conflict. Okay? Interesting. The High Priestess in reverse. And the Two of Wands. The choices. The planned choice. And the Lovers in reverse. Also represents choices. Bad relationships. Separation. Disloyalty. Interesting. And the Wheel of Fortune, what goes around comes around. And the King of Wands in reverse. And the Seven of Swords. And Strength. Control and protection. The Boat. Interesting. Interesting. And the Empress in reverse. And the Knight of Wands in reverse. So we have the Knight of Wands. We have recklessness, okay? And we have domestic issues. And the Ten of Cups, overindulgence. And the Queen of Cups. And she is over the lying and deceit. Interesting. And the Seven of Pentacles. And the Knight of Cups. Okay. Now this right here, I'm going to tell you this right here. It looks like here that Nolan may have been lured by this girl here. Somebody was waiting for somebody and they were drunk. I tell you that right now. Okay. But here's the thing. The boat. The boat does not come up until further down the line. Okay? The boat does not come up until further down the line. That's the cover-up. That's the lie. And that's the plan. Okay? So, allegedly, I'm getting the strong impression that he may not have passed in the water. He may not pass on that boat. He may have been placed on that boat to cover up a lie, control a lie, protect the lie, deceit, okay, by the King of Wands, the Emperor, and the King of Cups, all in reverse. Okay? I am not getting any female energy until the end, this last row. And then I'm getting the feeling that she was waiting. She was drunk. She was drinking. He waiting. Oh, it may be somebody else was waiting. Hi, D. Brown. Right, Trish. No, that wasn't the voice of Nolan. That was somebody calling his name. They were trying, okay, they were saying he was waking up. They're even saying that you could hear him trying to breathe. I don't know. I don't know about recordings. I skipped that, okay? Because I don't know what it sounds like to me. It don't sound like somebody trying to breathe, but I don't know what somebody trying to breathe sounds like on the recording anyway. So in my cars, I keep getting money, money. Okay, I keep getting overindulgence in drugs and alcohol. That's what I'm getting. Okay, deceit, all over the place. Deceit, smoke and mirrors. Okay, and the thing about it is, with all that said and done, does he even know what they did to him? Let me ask the cars. What was done to Nolan? Okay. Can you tell us what was done to Nolan? What was done to Nolan? What can you tell us? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. There's conflict, okay, and whatnots. It was conflict all over the island. That just might be energy. But it is showing up in Nolan's energy that there was a fight. Judge Ashley Frankenstein and ex-wife. Mm, what was done to Nolan? Okay. What are they hiding? They're hiding more to it. And then, too, is if that is the case, it explains to you why they are lying and scared. Because it explains to you that they all had something to do with this boy dying. Okay? Not just drugs and alcohol. Tell us more about the death of Nolan Wells. Mm-hmm. Go on and bring it on out. We can take it. We can handle it. And thank you for your answers. Mm, mm, mm. The magician, the hangman in reverse. Okay. Not being able to let go of the past. unable to let go. And he could have been hung. Okay? I'm just saying, allegedly. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This keeps coming up. There was a family dispute. And in the partying. In this celebration, there was family disputes. The King of Cups in reverse, who's frustrated and insecure. Oh, okay, excuse me. Yeah, insecure and defensive. The Knight of Wands in reverse, who is reckless. Okay? That's two people. Now, this Knight of Wands and this King of Cups can be father and son because we have family conflict here at the celebration party. And they're hiding. They're hiding. They're being deceitful. And the King of Swords in reverse emphasizes the deceit, the lying, okay? The manipulation. And the Sun in reverse. Sun in reverse. That is number 10, number 19. It's telling you that the Sun is the same in reverse or upright. It's telling you it's the same. So we got the Sun, which can represent depression, but we got clarity and revelation, if that's the case. Okay. And the Seven of Pentacles. Patience. And the Six of Wands in reverse. Failure. Incomplete. The Fool. Ooh. And it keeps coming up like that. Now, I don't know about these two, but there's something going on with them. Now, that doesn't mean because they're lying and they're hiding something doesn't mean that they did something to Nolan, but they're definitely hiding what happened to Nolan. Okay? And the Moon in reverse is going to come out. And the Two of Pentacles talks about balance, choices. Talks about choices and partnerships. And the Hermit. And the Wheel of Fortune. And Temperance. And the Four of Pentacles. Once again, holding on to something. And the Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah. So they may be holding on to information about somebody's death. With the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, once again, definitely representing loss. And the Five of Wands in reverse, representing avoidance. And the Page of Wands in reverse, representing disappointment. The Six of Cups in reverse, and they can't let go of the past. And the Two of Cups. And the Judgment. And the Seven of Cups. Yep. The Smoke and Mirrors, the choices. And the Devil in reverse. Now they want to recover. And the Emperor in reverse. The Emperor and the Devil. Controlling. Manipulative. And the Nine of Wands. The Wounded Soldier. Still standing. Oh! Thank you for the $10, Nicole. Woohoo! Thank you. Sometimes my reaction is delayed because I don't know what I'm looking at. I was looking at my mom, and then this came up, letting me know that somebody had sent me a Cash App, and yeah, and they're wanting me to acknowledge it. The Cash App people. Okay. Thank you once again, Nicole. And the King of Wands in reverse. demanding, controlling, vicious. And the Tower in reverse. Yep. Avoidance, delays. And the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Yep. Leave her alone, Keisha, now. Don't be beating up on her. I don't know why she be running up under you, and all you do is just beat her up. And she love her some Keisha. Okay. So, what was the question? I didn't forgot the question. I know it has something to do with Nolan. And this right here, the family conflict. Okay? And the celebration. And the King of Cups in reverse. Along, okay, the Father and the Son. Hiding, lying. Deceitful. Thank you for the $10. Woo! Thank you, Trish. I appreciate it. That's very generous of you guys. Thank you. Tristan. Who's Tristan? Is that Tristan guy, that little boy, that little mixed breed boy who was talking, supposed to be Nolan? Oh, who said it was him who was talking about give me my phone? Oh, you're asking, okay. Tristan, can you read on him? Thank you. Pink Axe 2. They've been asking about the voices, and I don't know who the voice belongs to, but they know because they do those voice stress analysis and the voice comparison. They know who those voices belong to. They're not telling us, but they know. And are you wanting me, D. Brown, to ask the cards so that you can know? Because you inquiry minds. Bart lawyered up and sue people. Okay. He ain't suing nobody. All he's asking them is to stop using his name or something like that. Okay. I bet he is. A hit dog will holler. Yeah. You got to watch these folks. Allegedly. This lot is Freemason. Okay. So, and D. Brown was talking about was it stay. Now we already asked the question about where did the incident take place? Okay. The incident on the boat, or was it okay? So are you talking about the fight? Nolan had conflict, okay? Nolan was trying to avoid an argument and a fight with somebody, okay? Where did this take place? Where did this take place that Nolan was getting into it with somebody? Okay, can you tell us where it took place? And thank you for your answers. And then the thing about it, when I think about it, who wants to fight on the boat? With the water waving like this, you try to punch somebody, okay? And instead of it landing on them, you go flying off the side of the boat. That's just, and you drunk? Oh my God, okay? So where did this take place? With Nolan avoiding conflict. And thank you for your answers. What do you want us to know? Where did this take place? Ooh, the Ten of Cups in reverse. On the water. The Ten of Cups, see, in reverse. So it took place on the water, is what I'm getting. The disharmony. Tell us more. And we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Regret. The Fool. Okay? Foolish behavior. Immaturity. And death. Ooh. Ooh. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Talks about selfishness and a lack of teamwork. And we have loss and despair. The King of Wands in reverse. And the Seven of Swords. The Ace of Wands in reverse. The Ace of Wands in reverse. There we go. Hesitation. Hesitation. I knew that one. Hesitation. Okay. There was hesitation in taking action. Okay. Two of Wands. There's an action. There's a plan. It's funny because the plan is death. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And the Five of Swords in reverse. Avoidance. The Lovers in reverse. Separation. Okay. Now, this King of Wands in reverse represents somebody who is vicious. This is somebody who is demanding and impulsive, okay? And they're hiding their hesitation, the plan. Okay, hold on, hold on. And the Page of Swords. So he knew it may have something to do with a relationship. Let's see. And the Moon in reverse. And Temperance in reverse. Okay. Where did this fight, this avoidance disagreement take place? And the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And the Two of Pentacles. The balance. The partnership. And the Magician in reverse. The Four of Pentacles, holding on to something. And then action. Queen of Cups. And the Star in reverse. The Nine of Wands, the wounded soldier still standing. Protecting. And the Six of Cups in reverse. Now, I think that I would not be surprised if Katie had more to do with this situation than she's saying. Okay? And she may have been the one to hit Bart in the back of the head to stop, trying to stop the fight. Allegedly. Okay, I believe this as far as I can throw it. I'm just trying to tell you, okay, it's coming to my mind, so I got to speak it. But, yeah. But they were all drinking and there was an aggressor. And I'm getting the impression that Nolan was not the only one that was trying to avoid the conflict. Okay? I'm not getting anything about on the boat or the water because I was looking for the boat to come up. Okay? And even though this is telling me on water, okay, this is at the end of this whole stack here. Okay? Before they got on the water, this played out. And there's other things that played out before they got to the water because I have a whole bunch of cards. These cards are all telling me a story. They're energy, okay? And the bottom card, when it's all said and done, we have the 10 of Cups in reverse. And it's funny. I have this Queen of Cups that keeps coming up. And you see the boat. Ooh, is that some people back there? Ooh, it's some people. Let me get my glasses. Oh, and so check this. And the people, and she's not on the water. The water is in back, the boat. This is on land. And there's the people. If you can't see it clearly, they try to put some people on the coast, the seashore, and the Queen of Cups was the star of the show as far as I'm concerned. Stood out from the other girls. Okay, Miss Katie. That's interesting. I just now noticed that. And she's got a cup in her hand, so she was drinking too. So this is not on the water, it is on the shore. Because these people are sitting down. It's like people sitting down around her. There's water and a boat in the background. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. I mean, can you imagine if they was all fighting on the boat and trying to break it up and the boat sitting up there going on? Okay, they should have all went overboard. Okay. And the only person that they claim is Nolan. Nah. So now that we think about it, oh, I got an itch in my back. It's right there. And I just can't get to it. Okay. So now we know. So the only thing it seems to come into play with the water is when they got towed back. Trish said a bad episode of Gilligan's Island, girl. Or wait a minute, that episode in Alabama. Remember that episode in Alabama with the white chair? Woo! Okay, if only that were the case. Yep. So let's ask about the feminine voice. Somebody asked, and it's a good question, that was on the recording. I wonder who's gonna come up on that. Okay. Can you tell us, what does that say? Oh yeah, there was fights. Now his name, I don't think his name is Tristan. I think you're saying Tristan. But they said it was fights all over that island. Well, the thing about it is, yeah, they're protecting their money, but I think it's because there's more to that story. That boy was not probably killed. I'm really getting a clarity that that boy was not killed on that boat or drowned. It was a good lie. That didn't last long, okay? Mm. Okay, well, let's ask who was the feminine voice? Who was that said, damn it, Bart? That was the feminine voice. Well, damn you, Bart. Nobody was able to contact help. They got help. They had everybody, and they talking about there was no cell phone reception on the island, okay? But they got everybody on their boats, okay, calling in and filming and all this stuff, okay? And that didn't work either. Katie, okay, in 2019, I have no idea. Oh, now y'all want to know if that was Katie? Okay, let's ask. Whose voice was heard on the recording on a distress call that was made to dispatch? Okay, the female voice that was heard on the recording of the distress call when it was cleared up, in the background. What can you tell us about the female's voice that was caught on audio? And thank you for your answers. Let's see. The female voice. Ooh, the star in reverse. That's interesting. The page of pentacles in reverse. Okay. That's my warn card. That could be one. Okay. And judgment. Okay. The Ten of Swords in reverse. So was Warren the one that made the call? The Six of Wands in reverse. Something was incomplete here. Something failed. And the Seven of Pentacles. They were waiting. Somebody was waiting. The Four of Cups in reverse. Receiving. The Hermit. Strength and protection and courage. The Hangman in reverse. The female. We're talking about the female. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And the World. That was interesting. And the Knight of Swords came charging in. The Empress in reverse. Oh. ended the call and called home. To avoid. There was an avoidance there. Clarity, communication. Okay. Home. The event. Family. The King of Wands in reverse. The boat. And the Eight of Cups in reverse talks about regret. The Queen of Wands in reverse. Talks about jealousy and dishonesty. And the Magician in reverse, manipulation. The Fool. And the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Cups is going right over the Six of Swords. Right over the boat. So it looks like it's telling me that there was a call placed out, okay? And they're waiting and changed up instead and called home. They made communications with home. Here we go. Home, the conflict. Here's the communications, okay? Here's some more, avoiding the conflict, okay? Here's home. And here's this vicious person. And the boat. And then there's Katie underneath the boat, okay? As far as this stuff is, okay. Now, the Fool, which is Bart, I believe they manipulated Bart. I mean, not Bart, Warren. Warren. Was it Warren? Somebody, I don't know where they took Katie. Maybe they took her home. I don't know. Okay. But yes, there is a community. Let me show you where the change is. Okay. The World. Okay. They called and it ended. They changed up. Here we go with the Knight of Swords, communications. did I see that change at? I don't know where I saw that, but I saw it. But there was a change. Okay. In the and they called home. There's a communication to the house, avoiding conflict and the domestic issues. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. The boat. The boat and change. Okay. There's a change. There's a change up there. And there's Katie. Now, it sure is funny. I had to go through all this just to bring Katie at the end as the female voice on the phone. Somebody called the grandfather who told them how to fix the issue. Okay, the issue was not as big as they were making it out to be, and they were not sinking. The boat was not sinking. The boat put on some water in that area, I believe, where they say what do they call it? The blight, or whatever they call it. Okay, is I believe where the motor is. So they turned off the motor. Okay, see what I'm saying? And you're getting that water out, and they told them, okay, so they did something to cause this. Okay, this was something that was not was normal. This happened a lot, especially with young amateurs thinking they know it all and do this right. Okay, so this is how this it is popular with people who are first learning or navigating a vessel, a sea vessel. Okay, and the boat wasn't sinking; it was taking on some water, but it wasn't sinking. I don't know the name of the boats, but I'm only going by the boat that was towed in. Okay. And why everybody didn't jump on the other boat, okay, if the boat was sinking. It clearly showed a picture of the rope, a tow to the other boat. And I guess that's how they towed the boat in. I could see the connection there and the people on the boat. Well, if he was wearing a long sleeve shirt, he wasn't swimming. Yeah, and there's pictures coming out more and more and more. They're bringing their pictures out and stuff like that in regards to what happened. I don't know what happened to the little boy, okay, but something definitely happened. I want to put this up because I want to give this a rest. But something clearly happened with this boy, and I don't know. I'm not ready to jump up and say he drowned. Okay? I have some other true crime. Let me see. They're in the let me see. This is Hidden Futures. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, here we go. My little bag of tricks. Okay. Ah. Okay. Now these cards, I know I ordered off of eBay because I'm getting them in this non-descriptive container. Okay. And that's from eBay. And this is the True Crime Oracle cards. And this looks like this. And we're going to light some. Excuse me. Can I help you, miss? Keisha. Oh, she said, like that to me. Oh my God. My feelings is hurt. She gonna look at me like, you ain't gotta call me like that. I heard you the first time. Boy, I'm telling y'all, y'all better come get these cats. You better come get your peoples. Okay. Yeah, she walked away from that door. She walked out. See these cats, they got a lot of sense. They got a lot of sense. Okay. She sure walked away from that door and went on back down the hall. There she go over there. Uh-huh. That's right, Babo. Telling you. Don't look at me like that, girl. That would look at my mama like that, girl. My eyes would be okay across the street. Child. Kids get away with too much. Don't look at me like that. Okay, so here we go. Can you tell us the energy that's going on currently? Or no, give us the energy on July 4th with Nolan Wells' death. Give us that energy. July 4th in the death of Nolan Wells. Give us that energy. Yeah, we want that smoke. What can you tell us? And thank you for your answers. What do you have to say? Or reveal in this death of Nolan Wells? Yeah. And thank you for your answers. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, a villa, a house. A villa, a house. Okay. Was there a house party? There's no house on the island. Ooh. And the fridge. Did they put them in the refrigerator until everybody was gone? And the footprint. Or shoe. A casino. What's on that other island? I don't know the name of it. I don't know what's all on that other island. But there's an island, okay, right next to this Horn Island. Okay. Now, if you can't read, I don't know what to tell you because I'm not going to say it. I just showed it to you. Mm-hmm. candle. And, oh, what's that glare like that? Oh, look at that. See that glare? Ooh, almost look like a, where's that glare? Okay, the light bulb, the light bulb. Okay, rope. Something about a statue, a plaster statue. And a chain. The first thing that crossed my mind was chain of events. A wheelchair. So there was either support or this was how some type of transportation. Kitchen. Wow. And see, this kitchen looks like a in the you know, the coroner's office, the coroner, the pathologist, and the pool. A pool. And the ring. Cemetery. Now, remember in the other one where it said, when I asked you about the place, and it said a spiritual realm? Incinerator. So that's telling me that something was burned. More than likely evidence, whatever that evidence may be. And handcuffs. Somebody going to jail. Bathtub. Interesting. Now, the thing about it is, as the Kipper was telling us, and I'm getting the impression of uh, uh, organ theft. And this bathtub, and this kitchen, and then this refrigerator, and the corridor, hallway. A window. And some scales. Now, here's the thing about the scales, okay? You will need those scales to measure the organs. You know, they put them on a scale in a wall. In the sink. Ooh, that's old nasty sink too. And the airplane. Oh, so they gotta fly the organs, okay? Because time is of essence. And then we have a prison. and the person is going over the corridor as if that is where they are headed. This is alleged, but it was spooky. Spooky. Okay. Interesting. And see, this kind of stuff makes it hard to believe, because it's just so on the crazy side. Oh, he stayed at a house with some boys, with the boys. Oh, the organs won't work under these circumstances. Well, I'm pretty sure if that's the case, there's more to it than that. Okay, but this is giving you the basics. Now, as far as all what was this and that, and they had this, and I don't know, but that plane does fly them organs over. Okay, I've seen that on real TV. They got to fly it over because there's a time. The time is of the essence, and they got it packed in I think is it dry ice or something like that. How they have the organ packed like that. I don't know. Spirit canceled that immediately. Scary to Halloween cards. Metaphysical. I don't know. I just showed you with these cards. That's these cards here. Okay. And what they had to say. Okay. We are dealing with different decks of cards. So because of the descriptions, the different descriptions in the cards, they are able to depict different things. Now, you're not going to get a sink and a bathtub and all that in tarot. Okay? You're only going to get that in oracle. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Okay. That you don't realize they're not going to just get anybody's organs if they get the organs. Okay. You have to be a compatible match. And the thing about it, that's what I'm saying, okay, about putting all your business on the internet, okay? Little innuendos, okay, and innocent beings that they put there, that you put on there, okay? It means nothing to you, but for somebody that's searching out a specific kind of information, it's a lot to them. Okay? It's a lot to them. Not to mention they selling your medical records. You know that, didn't you? Oh. And I just found that out yesterday. They selling what? Ooh. Okay. So anyway, with that said, it doesn't take much to get a sample to see if they are compatible. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know how much it costs for a kidney transplant? Okay. And if you got all this money and you dying or your daughter's dying or somebody dying, okay, how much money you're willing to how much more money you're willing to pay to get that organ from that person who has it? That's the crazy part. That's what makes it hard to believe. And they know it's hard for you to wrap your mind around. Now, I'm not saying that the boy was an organ donor, so to speak, but there is a possibility. Okay? You'll be surprised if people, there's, those rooms, behind the locked door that you don't know what's in behind the locked door, and you can care less. It's none of your business, okay? You might be at the hotel taking a vacation and walking past a locked door. You could care less what's in it, but behind that locked door is a surgical, what do they call it? A theater. I think in the UK, the surgery room, they call it a theater. Okay, they don't call it the operating room, but they have a theater back there, and you would have never guessed it. Mm-hmm. And they're not taking these older people's organs. They want them young, strong, good ones, and compatible. They already have sought out compatibility already. That's why you're being targeted. Okay. I'm just saying. Right. It's okay. The corruption in this world is so deep, and it's really hard to believe. Mm-hmm. Kanika Jenkins, she was missing. What was she missing? I don't know what exactly she was missing. Mm-hmm. Transplants are very spiritual. I'm in healthcare. Spiritually, this will not work. Well, look, goddess, okay? I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to argue with you. Okay? And remember that little boy that found upside down in the mattress? Okay? Well, when they dug him back up, all his organs were gone. He was stuffed with newspaper. And what do they say? Well, that's not unusual. Well, the hell it's not. It is unusual. What is the boy's organs? What you do with the organs? You didn't put them back? To me, that's not spiritual. Was that Kendrick? Okay. Yeah. And they said nothing to this day about what happened to the organs. Don't nobody know what happened to the organs. And the only reason why they found out that boy's organs was missing, okay, was because they dug him back up. His mama didn't know his organs was missing. You don't know what they did, okay, that the pathologist is not showing on the paper. See what I'm saying? And what is this with missing organs and not being able to tell you where they went? You have to know where they went because you took them out. So where did you send them to? You just threw them in the garbage? You're supposed to take the kidneys out and the liver and the heart, put them on the scale, weigh them, and put them back. You can dissect it. They dissect it to find out if there's a blood clot or this or that. We'll put it back, squish it back up, and put it back in. Let me tell it. Okay. And then the whole thing about it is what happened to all the organs and took all the organs? Really? And then two is, I'm gonna tell you another thing. That's why they told these people to stop putting that organ donor thing on your ID. Years ago. Y'all remember that? They said stop putting that dot, letting people know you're an organ donor. Well, regardless of what they're using them for, what I'm saying is, why are the people's organs missing? And then you saying you don't know where they went when you the one that took them out. And see, a lot of families don't know that all you see is the body in the casket. That's all you see. And you don't even see the whole body. Okay. You see that cut from up and down the center, okay, exploration or whatever. You don't know what's missing. They sew it back up. They could have took that boy's organs and threw them out there on the beach. Okay? Right. That's what they said. Stop putting organ donor on your license, because you put that little dot on there, let them know you're an organ donor. That little pink dot or something, okay? Letting people know that you're an organ donor. Stop doing that. People try to help and try to do the right thing. And then you got other people who don't care, and if they can make some money off of it, your organs is gone, boo-boo. They to the highest bidder. You got sick-minded people, and who wants to? Here's the thing: why in the world would you want to sit up there and eat or drink somebody that died, been laid up for days? Who wants to drink? What's wrong with you? That's what tells me that demons are real, because I can't see any regular person wanting to eat somebody's liver with some chickpeas, as he said on Hannibal Lecter. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just running my mouth. This is crazy. So, with that said, I am getting ready to go to bed. Me and my kid, you ready to go night-night? That's right, girl. That's the spirit. Okay? Don't forget to thumbs up the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because there's more. Most of all, stay blessed. Bye.